Today I'm making Nashville hot chicken. I'm gonna make it into a simple Nashville hot chicken sandwich. And when I'm done, you're gonna wanna make this yourself and enjoy it in the comfort of your own home. You can just go out and get some of this Gardein strips. Works out well as well. So basically I'm going to open up the Gardein strips, add it to a bowl, and add a few other ingredients in there just to really kind of infuse those flavors and make a delicious piece of vegan chicken. Okay, so I have the chicken strips. I'm going to infuse it with some more flavor using some Italian seasoning, some garlic powder, and some onion powder. We need the chicken to be completely thawed so you can remold this chicken. Now, it's not difficult, but I'm kneading this because I want to make sure that I really infuse the garlic and the onion and the Italian seasonings that I added to this, but also because I'm using the strips, I really need to break down the strips to make it more of one mixture, one ball of dough almost. So I have my dough ball here, right, my chicken mixture, and I'm just going to pull off some, and I'm going to form it into almost a meatball, like so. I'm just going to shape it into the chicken, like a chicken cutlet, however you go about doing so. All right, and so this is about what I'm looking for. Okay, so when that's all done, you can see here that I have 6 pieces of chicken. They vary a little bit in sizes, but that's okay. I have a butter oil mixture here, and I'm using that butter oil mixture as the beginning of making the glaze. Now, you don't have to go with an oil butter mixture. I'm going with an oil butter mixture because I'm big on infusing flavors and really bringing out the impact of the flavors and the food that we have. So that's why I went with oil and butter. I have some onion powder and some garlic powder, and actually scratch that. This is the onion powder. The last one was the garlic powder. This is a blend of smoked paprika and chili powder. And I'm just gonna add some cayenne pepper to the other kind of spicy seasoning here. Some maple syrup. Okay, and let's start bringing this together. I'm going to mix this really well. Now I'm going to go ahead and set that aside, and I'm going to bring together the breading for the chicken. That's going to be in 2 components. There's going to be a buttermilk. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with that because I want the mixtures to really kind of curdle like a buttermilk, and then I'm going to get the dried ingredients together. We're going to bread the chicken, going to cook off the chicken. So when it comes to making the buttermilk, I'm just going to add some plant milk. In this case, I'm doing soy milk. Now with the plant milk, I'm adding in some apple cider vinegar, the vinegar is really gonna be what curdles this milk, and we're looking to make it spicy because it's Nashville hot, so we're adding in some sriracha. Now, you don't have to add sriracha, you can add a different hot sauce, but sriracha is just my choice. And we're gonna mix them. And you can kind of see like the milk is really kind of starting to curdle a little bit. That's okay, you want that to happen. Moving on to the breading, this is where there's a bit more ingredients. Don't get overwhelmed. It's super simple because you're just adding all of these dried ingredients together. You're whisking it up. Then voila, your dried mixture is ready to go. So I'm going to start with some flour. One key is to pour the flour into your measuring device rather than scooping it, because when you scoop it, you compact the flour, and you really don't want it to be compact when you pour it, because then you get different and improper measurements. Now, if you scooped the flour for this recipe, that's not a big deal because you're not baking a cake. Usually you find it more important when you get into more baking. I mean, is it possible that you throw off some of the flavor, ratio from the other ingredients going in there? I mean, sure, but realistically, it's not gonna affect it much. Now I'm adding in some cornstarch. Cornstarch and flour mixtures is good for the batter. So we have some cayenne pepper, some onion powder, garlic powder. Now I'm going to add in more of that blend of smoked paprika and chili powder. This gives it a good depth of kind of almost smokiness. Crack in some pepper and some salt. Basically, I'm going to whisk this up and we're going to have a seasoned flour. This is a pretty simple process. Really, all I'm going to do is take the chicken, I'm going to put it in the buttermilk mixture, back into the mix again, so that way it gets a double coating. That's going to make it nice and thick and crispy when we bite into this chicken. I'm going to let this drip a little bit into our mixture. Let's get it fully covered and coated. Basically, I'm getting it nice and dry. Pick it up, let a little bit drop off. All that excess back in here. If you don't want to get this on your fingers or your hands, just throw on some gloves. I'm not too concerned about this. And basically, quick little shake, and piece of chicken number 1 is done. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the remainder of the chicken. Before I start cooking that chicken, I'm going to keep this really simple for us. The other ingredients that I'm going to need are, of course, the buns. I'm using a brioche bun, and I'm going to need some pickles. So I'm going to go ahead and slice up some pickles right now and get that stuff together, so that way I can cook the chicken, put it in the glaze, and add it nice, fresh, and hot to those sandwiches. All right, I'm going to add on the piece of chicken. Okay, so the chicken is all cooked off. Now it is time to add it into the glaze. Let's go ahead and try the Nashville Hot Chicken Sandwich. So that's really good. You know, when you have the chicken sandwich, you only get the chicken. You get a little bit of pickle, but this show is all about the chicken. Super juicy on the inside, full of flavor. The outside is crunchy with that double batter. And so it really is good. Get a little bit of pickle in there in order to add some of that spicy, sweet, sour. It's delicious, absolutely fantastic. You know what? Just have some fun in your kitchen and make some of that Nashville hot chicken, because that will be the best vegan chicken that you've ever had. Make sure you come back around, check out some more great videos. I just have some more great things coming your way, because I'm your friend with food benefits. And I'll see you again real soon.